The PlayStation Plus monthly titles will be revealed very soon, that for the month of June, and after the last few months have left a lot of people a little bit disappointed, I thought it would be important to once again go over games that us as the community would like to see as Plus freebies. Obviously, sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I know the idea of me using the word freebies is kind of an oxymoron given that we have to pay for PS Plus. Nevertheless, you guys get the idea, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. I want to go over a total of 6 games, and I think they all offer something a little bit unique. So first of all, I want to give a shout to Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Now, this was a game done by Ninja Theory, and I don't know if the waters are a little bit murky for this game to be a Plus title, given the fact that Ninja Theory has been acquired by Microsoft, so I don't know if they can get that done. However, Hellblade is a game that I would love to see as a Plus freebie, and also add to the fact that this is a title that's been out since going back to 2017, so it's been out for quite a while. It's a very good game, a lot of cool psychological elements in this game. It's not the lengthiest game in the world, but it is very good, and it's inspired by Norse mythology and Celtic culture. I remember when I initially saw gameplay of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, I was very unsure about the game. The game looked very rough around the edges, but ultimately it turned out to be a phenomenal single player experience. A lot of people will see this game as a follow-up to a game like Heavenly Sword. Really, Hellblade is its own entity. Hellblade 2 is going to be happening, but it will be an Xbox Series X exclusive alongside, I believe it's getting an Xbox One release and of course a PC release. Nevertheless, we won't be getting that on the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5, unfortunately, but Hellblade 1 still a fantastic experience, and I would love to see that as a Plus title. Alright, next up, it seems like Sony is in the mood to give away every PlayStation 4 exclusive, or the major ones. We got Last of Us, we got Uncharted 4, we got the Nathan Drake collection. I think the next logical step is to give away Horizon Zero Dawn to Plus subscribers. I know that this is one that a lot of people are going to be scratching their heads about, just because Horizon is a game I feel like the majority of the PlayStation audience already owns. Ideally, it would be the complete edition, because at least then, a lot of you guys that picked up Horizon initially, maybe you guys got the base game and you never went back and checked out the DLC. At least then the complete edition is going to offer the opportunity for existing fans that never checked out the DLC to check out the DLC. But I do find this one to be rather likely to happen sooner rather than later. They're putting Horizon on PC. It seems like they're taking every avenue to promote Horizon and get as many people to play it as possible. Maybe the argument can be made, do you really want to offer it as a Plus title prior to the release of the PC version? However, I don't think those releases are really going to contradict each other. If it was a Plus release and then if it was coming out on Steam, I don't think that affects one another all too much. And it's obvious to see that Sony's incredibly high on Horizon as a brand IP, so I think they want more people to be playing it. What better way than to offer it as a Plus freebie? Next up, here's a game that I think could work so well as a side game and a complimentary title. Nex Machina by Housemarque is a fantastic shoot-'em-up. This is a game, and the studio of Housemarque is a studio that I really talk up. That's because Housemarque has created some fantastic games, from Super Stardust HD, Dead Nation, Matterfall. They've worked on some really good games. Alien Nation is another one that was really good, and Nex Machina really does fall in line, once again following that arcadey style of gameplay. It's very enjoyable. If you like shoot-'em-ups, it's going to be right up your alley. Unfortunately, it seems like Housemarque is going away from its style of game development, in that they were making smaller, downloadable, arcade-based titles that were very enjoyable. Maybe those games don't resonate at a mainstream level, but hey, for me, I really enjoyed these games, and Nex Machina was definitely a game that I had a lot of fun with. Great particle effects, great visual effects in this one as well. And as a Plus freebie, I think it would just open a lot of people's eyes onto how good of a studio Housemarque is. Even then, Housemarque is a studio that I don't think will ever receive global mainstream attention, especially if they continue to be making games like this. They've been making games like Super Stardust and Nex Machina for quite a while, and at this point I do think they want to grow as a studio. But man, the Finnish studio is one that I can really get behind with all of their games, and Nex Machina was one that I really enjoyed. Alright, next up, here's another franchise that I talk up quite a bit, Metro, and the Metro Redux collection is something I'd love to see as a Plus title. This, of course, includes Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. I don't know how anyone would be disappointed by this as an offering, even though it goes for relatively cheap and the games have been out for quite a while. Metro is one of those franchises that I don't think is widely popular. Like, if you compare it to, like, Horizon, like, everybody that has a PlayStation 4, nearly everybody, I should say, has Horizon Zero Dawn, but Metro isn't a game that everybody owns. It's a game that I talk up often. I've talked about how good Metro 2033 and Last Light are, and Exodus is also a very good game. Not quite as good as 2033 and Last Light, and given that Exodus is a relatively recent release, it's like a year old, I don't think that's going to be a plus freebie. On the other hand, Metro Redux is a little bit older of a title. It goes for like $6 on sale, so I think a Deep Silver would definitely be on board with offering it as a plus title as long as them and Sony can work out a deal. And again, they're two really good single-player first-person shooters. The atmosphere in this game is top-notch. I really put it on the likes of games like A Plague Tale: Innocence, and having some elite atmosphere direction in all of gaming. 2033 and Last Light really absorb you into the world and this desolate area that you're in Metro. It's dark, it's grim, but it's so absorbing and so fascinating that I think it's very much worth a playthrough for everyone. Even if you're not the biggest fan of first-person shooters, again, it's also so narrative-driven, and so much of the world is so unique compared to other first-person shooters that I think it's very much worth a play, and as a plus freebie, definitely would open the floodgates for a lot more people to check it out. Alright, next up, Metroidvania titles are all the rage these days. SteamWorld Dig 2 is a game that I think is fantastic. It's been out for a little bit. It's not the most popular Metroidvania in the world. It really didn't reach the heights of like a Dead Cells, but SteamWorld Dig 2 was also very good. A significant improvement upon the first game. Has a very charming art style. Characters are engaging. Gameplay is great, and it's incredibly replayable as well. It's a Metroidvania that's done really well, has a cool aesthetic and stylization to it as well. Again, another title that at this point I don't think it's selling world-beater numbers of copies, even when it's on sale. And when it does go on sale, it's like south of $10, so I don't think it's a hard ask to offer SteamWorld Dig 2 as a plus freebie. And lastly, I do want to give a mention to Elder Scrolls Online. I think it would be cool to see this as a plus freebie. I believe it's already on PlayStation now, but the Greymoor expansion is coming out, and why not get people invested into ESO right now ahead of that expansion release, or during the time of the expansion being released? I think that makes all the sense in the world. Elder Scrolls Online was one of those games, started at a really rocky point, however, it has gotten considerably better, and now it's one of the better MMOs that is available, so definitely would give that one a look. That's going to conclude this video. Again, the plus titles for the past few months have been rather questionable, as a lot of people have been disappointed by offerings like Farming Simulator, City Skylines, and things of that nature. However, I think there is opportunity to always offer quality titles as plus titles. You just have to be a little bit vocal about it. We've seen in the past if people are upset about the plus freebies, Sony does tend to pivot and offer different games, or just think about other titles that they could offer. So maybe we could start going into that direction. But that's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.